All right, here we go. Again, I'm gonna read an email. It's coming to me again, another one. And first, I don't know if the wind's gonna be hitting this thing or not, or if you hear these boats, but have a look at where I am. All right. There's boats here. Check that out. So, if you hear some motors, that's why. Okay. I'm gonna put my readers on again, I think. I can just about read it, but I gotta read this smooth. I can't edit it out because I don't have the proper cameras. So, I gotta wear my damn readers to read this. And it's funny, you know, as I've been addressing this topic with everybody on the planet and pointing out to everybody what to look for you to figure out who's really got your back or not, who really gives a shit, and who's actually trying to take advantage of people when it comes to this topic. It's kind of funny, it's comical, because the ones who feel most threatened by me are the ones that lash out as fast as they can. It's kind of comical, amusing to watch. And I'll never ever say their names, obviously, because they're just trying to get me to give them a plug anyway. But, you know, I said the other day that you can tell who is legit or not when it comes to this topic and helping people. And I was hoping for everybody to focus on a couple common denominators, which was one, you know, obviously they want you to believe it's a monkey or a gorilla. Number two, they want money, they want fame. And but there's another common denominator that I've noticed when I visit other pages by accident, which I don't normally do, which is rarely do you see these people mentioning that they want to help the people that are messed up from their experiences. And that really sucks. There's no way you guys can't hear those boats behind me. Those things are ripping. But anyway, I will, it's confusing. It's not easy to do, you guys, all right? But I'm gonna get it done. Gotta crack this other phone open here. This isn't easy. This is kind of difficult, especially when I can't edit the video up and chop it up and cut out the screw ups. But anyway, one thing I want all of you to do when you have a chance is, if you're following some sort of page or group or person that is heavily involved in this topic, and I want you to look at their content, listen to the words, and find out for yourself whether or not they are actually concerned about you, all right? And whether or not they're actually concerned about people who are messed up from having these experiences, or how angry they may be at the fact that we're all being lied to when it comes to this topic. Because from what I've been noticing, there's not very many people out there that actually give a shit about you when it comes to this topic, and especially the people who are forming these groups and are trying to get you to follow and watch them. And it's kind of sad in a way. And coincidentally, those are the ones who are also actively trying to attack me. But they obviously don't count. So onward and upward. All right, here we go. But I'm gonna read another one to you here. Well, I'm all set up here on the edge of paradise. Hopefully this phone doesn't shut off. All right, so, but anyways, just take note of that, you guys. If you have somebody who you're following a page or a group or an organization, just go through their past content, whether it be the past 2 weeks, 2 months, or through 2 years, and try to find out if they mention any concern at all for people who have been messed up from having these experiences, all right? Because I am surrounding myself with a group of people who do care, and believe me, it's not that easy to find them these days, or any days. It's kind of sad, but I'm finding them, and we're circling up, and we're getting stronger together. We're gonna help everybody. Anyway, here we go. Hopefully the microphone's picking this up. Steve. Oops. First, thank you for stepping up and being a voice for all who have experienced unexplainable beings in the forest. You're finding out just how many of us are out there that have experiences, but know where reputable to go with the information. I'm writing for a few reasons. One being to thank you, as I wrote above, and others to be a part of the push for disclosure about the creatures we are seeing that are not supposed to exist. As an outdoor educator walking in the heart of the Adirondack Mountains in New York State, I work at sending groups into remote areas, and I'm concerned about the safety of the groups when they have no clue these beings are out there. I have led many groups in wilderness outings for over the last 30 years and have never had a place to voice my concern and my experience. My constant concern is, what if one of these groups wander into an area where there is a Sasquatch, or one that just happens to wander through where the groups are? Without knowledge of the reality of the beings, what would that trip leader do? My setting is something occurred in the fall of '95, maybe August, when I saw something. I was in my truck driving down a back dirt road about 11 or 12 at night. The being appeared to be sitting on the side of a dirt road, but not totally sitting like a human. It looked more like the stance of a squatting human and a sitting dog. I can't explain it better than that, but it was big. Inside my truck, I was seeing this thing squatting, but its head was level with the window of my truck. When my headlights hit the creature, it looked directly at the lights and jumped at the vehicle. At some time, it bared its teeth, and the one lunge brought it to my truck. The most bizarre thing was the speed and the power of its movement. It was perched about 10 feet on the edge of the road, and in an instant, with one leap, was at my truck, and I braced to feel the impact of hitting this creature. But there was no impact. That's kind of weird. How I did not hit it confounds me to this day. I was petrified, and I sped up and drove the rest of the way back to the paved roads way faster than the road allows for safety. My home had no outside lights, so I drove past my home and into the little village I live in and went directly to the gas station that had lights on all night. I stopped my truck and looked in the bed to ensure nothing was there, and slowly opened my door as I thought it may have attached under the truck since I didn't hit it. I jumped from my truck and ran about 20 feet before I turned around to look. Nothing under the truck or on the bed, no damage to the front. The thing had reddish brown hair and reminded me of an orangutan, which it was not. Its knees, when sitting, were level with its shoulders, and it had a large frame but a sleek, slender build, not like the massive size others have described. It had a protruding snout and no hair on its face, not a flat face like others also described, but it was not like dog-like. Other than that, it happened so fast that I didn't notice much else. The teeth, the speed, and the power of this creature mystifies my brain, as nothing I know of resembles it. To top it off, I drove home, and my husband at the time knew I was rattled. I told him what happened, what I saw, and on top of the terror I just experienced, he laughed at me. What does one do with that? The one person you think you can open up to with anything, and he laughs and pokes jokes about it to this day. Needless to say, we divorced 4 years later. I've had other experiences in the woods around my home and in the Adirondack Park region, but they are of a different, unexplainable nature. If I can be of any assistance in this push for information, please let me know. I have told very few people about this encounter throughout my life, but feel free to use my story as you see it. Your passion and your voice are the light we all have been waiting for. Your background and no BS attitude is a beacon for everyone with experiences. It's time everyone had the truth. Thank you for being that beacon, and we're all with you. And there's another one, right? And one thing about this story and these words that resonates with me is, you know, while so many people out there argue and try to win when it comes to this topic with what they are and what they know and who they are and onward and onward, I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about the people who are innocent and don't have a fair chance at knowing what might be going on at that park, that campground, that lake, or that river before they take their wife and their children there. That's one of the many things that's motivating me, and that is absolute bullshit. And it really, really pisses me off. And people like, you know, this lady right here, classic example, right? Good person, good heart, has an experience, has nowhere to go, and even her lifelong potential partner laughs at her, scoffs at her, right? And once you have been there yourself, or you know somebody who has, it's a real shitty thing for them to deal with. But as far as feeling safe goes, you know, there's a lot of people out there who claim to have some kind of a romantic connection with these things, which is fine. I mean, I'm sure there's all different flavors of these beings out there with their dispositions, etc. But right at this point, right now, all I can offer up to anybody is bring a dog. All right, bring a dog. If you are concerned about anything or being anywhere, bring a dog. They can sense what's up with these things, and unfortunately, canines sense nothing but dread and terror when these beings are around. So that's something for everybody to think about. Anyway, It's noisier than shit behind me. I can't believe it. If you guys can't hear these boats ripping around, it's gonna be amazing. But I'm going to cut this short, see if I can find a better place to make a video later on, tomorrow or the next day. Because I've got so many emails coming to me, it's stupid, and we're going to keep this ball rolling. And I honestly, in a way, I can't wait to get home so I can tackle our projects and get them delivered and get helping everybody. All right, so there you go. I hope this works out and I can post this up. And once again, if you're one of the many people out there who are having problems due to this topic, help's on its way.